Hello all. In this video we're gonna understand what is text checkpoint output. As the name suggests, it's gonna cross-check output of a system. And as a tester, that is what our job is. Let's say requirement is that client wants that username and password. For example, let's say this is the application on which clients want that if we enter wrong username and password, it should give us error message as, let's try that. Let's say I'm entering this and I'm entering password as this and I'll click on OK. My error message is username must be at least 4 characters long. So this is output of a system and this is text. If I want to capture, I want to cross-check this text message whether it is coming in same ways or not, then we can use text checkpoint output. Now if I'll enter some other username, let's say Roishans, and password I'm keeping as Roishans. Now look at this, my error message has been changed. It is incorrect username and password, use username John and password HP. So output is changing with different inputs. And if you want to cross-check this, you can use text checkpoint output. This is the text output and we want to implement checkpoint on it. So this is what text output checkpoint is. Let's see how it works. So I'm just going to click on OK and we will open UFT. Here I'm going to create a new test case. I'm naming it as text output. Click on add. Now we will start with the recording. I'll click on record. Okay, this is the settings, Windows based application. I'll click on OK. If you want to add that application, you can go ahead and add over here. I have only one application open, so I'm clicking on OK. If let's say I'm entering only R and password as R, I'm clicking on OK. So this is my text output. So I'm going to implement text output checkpoint on it. So I'll click on this checkpoint. You can use this bar over here. You can click on this option over here. Choose text output value. Hand icon will appear. Click on this. You can verify the properties. This is dialog login failed. Click on OK. And now this is the output information. Here it's very important. So here output value summary, you will get login failed output text out. And here you can see where it is stored. It is stored in data table login failed output text. This is the name of column under which values will be saved. So definitely we need to store it somewhere. This is the location where output value will be stored. Data table, this is the type. Name of the column under which output value will be stored for failed login, and it will be stored in the global sheet. So guys, it is indicating towards parameterization, because if you remember in parameterization we gave data tables, column name, and it was stored in global sheet. If you want to modify this column name because it's very lengthy, you can click on modify and here you can give name of the column. So let's say here I'm saying error message. There should not be spaces in the column name because it is column, so I'm putting underscore in it. Click on OK, and here also I'll click on OK. That's it. We're gonna stop recording. So now what happened? Data table got created. If you want to see data table, you go to view, click on data over here and look at this. This particular output is captured here, that is login field username must be at least 4 characters long. So we captured that particular option. If you want to perform parameterization along with this, you can do that also. For this, you can parameterize the different inputs too. So now I will be using some other permutations and combination of usernames and passwords. So first of all, I'll be implementing parameterization on both of them. In order to do so, easier way is we'll go to keyword view. So we'll click on keyword view. And here we can parameterize this particular option also. So I'm going to data table, add new parameter. You can see one parameter is already added. That is error message. If you see here, I want to enter another parameter, that is age and name. Clicking on OK. And second, on password, I want to insert parameterization. So I'll click on this option over here. Guys, if you are not aware how to insert parameterization, you can see our previous videos in which parameterization has been explained. So we'll click on this option over here. Again go to data table. We can see 2 parameters are already added. We'll go to add new parameter again and add password here. So what I want to do, if you look at this option over here, I want to insert different agent name and password and see what error message, what is text output value, what are the different output values I'm receiving. Let's say my client's requirement is if agent name and password or username and password is entered incorrect, then clicking on OK button should give me error message. So I want to capture all the error messages with different permutation or combinations of username and passwords. So let's see what other username and password I can enter over here. So here in agent name I'll be entering, let's say I'm entering Roations, and password also I'm entering Roations. Here I will enter AB, second username, and second password I'm entering as anything, let's say XYZ. And now when I'll execute it, I just want to cross check what are the different error messages I'll be receiving. So look at this, these rows over here is empty. When the username and password will pass, I want to capture what is the output value, and that is a job of text output value or text output checkpoints. So let's see how it works. We're going to execute it. So we'll click on run button over here. We will run this and see how it works. So it enter RR. This is the error message. So the second iteration, Roations, and this is the error message. Third iterations, AB, and then the password. And that's it. Let's see the execution over here. So this is the iteration and we will get the output result over here. So we'll click on this first. So our error message is username must be at least 4 characters long. So this is first time. Second time, in second iteration, your text output is, so login failed, incorrect username or password, use username as John and password HP. This is the second time we got. And in third iteration, if you scroll it down, you can see this. Now this was the error message, username must be at least 4 characters long. So guys, this is how text output checkpoint works, in which it is capturing text output. So guys, that's all about text output checkpoint. Thanks for now.